Sweet. So fun to see your faces. I know in like a week where a lot of us have not been around other people, it's just nice. Look at it, virtual community. I love it. I love it. So many things going on. Like it's just a weird time. And I wanted to get us face to face and be together because I know that we have this like really cool opportunity right now. Like this really cool time where we get to keep doing everything that we were doing. And I think that's the biggest thing that I wanted to chat out tonight. And I have a couple things I want to show you. And then I want us to talk about the questions. You can be thinking about it now. But in a couple minutes, I'm going to ask you, how can we look different? Not than we were before, but how can we look different from everyone else? Because I feel like we're doing the same things we've always done. We're working out at home. We're being a positive light. We're making people smile. We're creating community, virtual community. You know, we're focused on our nutrition. We're doing the things we've always been doing. But now there's actually a lot more going on. There's a lot more competition when it comes to like gyms are now doing live workouts and things like that. At the same time, we're wanting to be super respectful of the fact that something really big is happening in our world right now, you know? So it's really when I keep saying, sorry, she's talking to me. I'm actually showing them. I cut on at the end. And so I can even send this to you guys, but Dara was like, hey, do you want to hop on this superstar call today? They're talking about elite. And I was like, yeah, sure. So I hopped in just for like the last 20 minutes. And one of the girls, it was like a Q&A. And one of the girls on the call asked this question and they had Holly Hillier answer it. And the question was, hey, I was all hype for my business, but now people are like, oh, we don't want to spend the money, or I don't know, your business is going to fail right now. So here's in every aspect of our business, we are mind over matter as coaches. You know it. You know that if you want to hit a goal and like become, it just is so positive in your mind that you get there or super close, you know? Like we know that we can look at this two ways. We can say, oh no, everybody's losing money. Nobody has anything to do. There's all this free stuff that other companies are offering. Oh no, my business is a failure. Or we can say, this is my moment. This is my moment to like show the world what I offer. This is my moment to bring in those people that now don't have other options. Like, yes, you guys, we are always going to be kind and respectful. And we know that people are in great stress and great anxiety. We also have programs that help people lose their anxiousness. You know, we know that working out helps us feel better. We know that nutrition brings us energy to chase around our million kids who don't go to sleep. We know that this job provides financial opportunity, right? So I feel like more than ever, we just have to keep showing up. So I feel like I'm kind of answering this question, but I want you to hear Holly, because I know sometimes even just hearing someone that's not me is so different. So let me make sure I know how to do my share screen, because I thought it was just a tab at the bottom and it is not. Start share, is that what I'm clicking? You guys, hopefully I will not lose you forever. Yay! Okay, one sec. Pull it up. Sorry, we're getting there. Why is my thing not pulling down? There we go. Okay, see, look, I even had a pause. Make it really big. Will someone wave me down if you can't hear this, okay? Why do you think we can't hear it? Okay, never mind. I'm not going to mess with it because I don't want to like waste your time. Let me try one more thing. No.
Is this the one that you put on the Facebook?
No, this is something that I just got like 10 minutes, like an hour ago. That's okay. We'll just stop it for now. I'll play it later, or I'll give it to you guys is pretty much what I'm going to do. So there, we won't waste your time. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even explain. Holly Hillier is a top 10 coach. So like, I'll share this with you guys later and just have you like scroll through to this very specific time, because
yeah, she did. Dara shared it in Heart Hustle Muscle just 2 hours ago.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Okay. So it's there. Go to minute 103, like, or an hour and 3 minutes, like seriously. And you can watch the whole thing, but if you go to 1 hour and 3 minutes and 54 seconds, I don't know why it's not playing. That's so weird, but we'll just let it go. But she answers the question, and it just like got me so fired up for what we get to do. Because again, it's like all these things we've been saying, like, this is just our time. Like, people have been watching us. People have been watching, and they haven't jumped in for a million reasons. And I know, like, even today I was talking with someone and they were like, well, I'm home, I have the time. And I think sometimes we think, oh no, people are stressed. But at the same time, there are people like who maybe their finances are fine and now they have all this extra time, and or maybe more than ever they need coaching. And so that's why today, go into our strength movement team page and write down what today's paycheck meant to you, and then share the other people's, because I feel like people are watching. They're definitely watching and they're ready. So it's okay to put stuff out there. It's okay to offer free stuff. It also needs to be counterbalanced with the normal stuff that we're doing. And I feel like that's showing people, not just like we're showing that we're helpers, and we're also showing like, but wait, here's the total solution. And you guys know this because you're on this call. The total solution is coaching. The total solution is the workouts that change our bodies, the nutrition that changes the rest of our entire life, the community of our fit groups, and coaching that also brings in an income while cheering on others. Like, it's the total solution. And so we can't shy away right now. And I want you to hear that from me. I know you're also hearing it from Carl and from Dara and from your own personal coaches and everyone. I just want us to be like fired up about what we get to do. So now more than ever, yes, our schedule's so different. And whether you have kids or no kids, whether you are working full time and you're still in the office, like, the schedule is so different. And I realize that, and it's hard. But if we can learn to dive in during the hard, that's what makes us amazing coaches. Like when we just like take it and turn it up a notch, so that like at 9:00 tonight, when we get off this call and you're fired up, that you send your invites then. You know, it's like, whatever. Yes, you would normally maybe go to bed soon, but like, stop and do what you need to do. It takes 10 minutes to send out invites, you know, and all of us have 10 minutes. Dude, I was chatting with Kelly yesterday, locked myself in the bathroom and just told the kids I was going to the bathroom. And I responded to her question. You know, like, we have those moments. And I love, like, right now we're relearning our new normal. And for me, yeah, I'm unplugging in the morning for the most part because I have to entertain kids that can't even go outside because it's raining. But then in the afternoon, we just take action. Like, no matter what, I feel like this should fire us up so, so much. And here's another thing that I don't want to shy away from. I know that our own lives are different, right? Like, maybe your spouse is working from home, maybe your kids are home, maybe you have family members, or maybe your other job or your husband's job now no longer exists. And that's huge. And we are behind you. And I want you guys to hear that. And I want your teams, I want you to remind your teams that, like, this is our community. You know, like, this is our together time. And so if that is a season of life that you're in, please let us know so we can be behind you, so we can be praying for you, so we can be on this journey alongside you. And here's what I want us to do is I want us to take a minute, and I'm actually going to mute myself, and I want you to grab a piece of paper or your phone or whatever, and I want you to write down your why. Because I feel like today my why is actually different than it was a week and a half ago. You know what I mean? Like, why do I coach? As of today, why do I coach? You know, maybe it's different than when I first started almost 4 years ago. It was different a week ago. Now I'm coaching. Like, yes, right now we're still getting an income, but my husband's not getting his like raise that he normally gets because they're wanting to make sure things level out. You know, I know that that's all across the board. Bonuses aren't going out for companies because the companies are worried. So here's what I want you to do. I'm going to mute us. I'm literally going to give us 3 minutes. I'm going to set my timer. I want you to just look down or whatever you need to do. And I want you to write down why you coach. Sound good? All right. I'm going to mute us for a minute. I'm going to pop on 30 seconds early because whatever you wrote down, I want you to take it one step further. Did you write down to provide income for my family? Now I want you to write down what that income means to your family, or what specific bill you pay with your income. And maybe it isn't specific, but like get specific in your mind. Are you wanting to be home with your kids? Why do you want to be home with your kids? You know, like go just a little deeper for another 30 seconds. All right, was it kind of exciting to rewrite it down? Did it just kind of give you that like, oh my gosh, I'm not just doing this because my coach is telling me to do this. You know, like I think sometimes we send out invites or posts just because that's what we're used to doing. But like, yeah, it's emotional. And you know, I was going to ask, like, if you want, put it in the chat or unmute yourself. And if you want to share, like, I would love to hear if you'd like to share what you wrote down. Just go ahead and unmute yourself.
Okay, so I wrote my reasons for wanting to coach are, of course, the want to help others, also to be the best me, and then this just kind of hit me, help others be successful, and the 2 F's, fitness and financially, because what Whitney said is we know that coaching is the best avenue. And then to go deeper in the providing income, the reason I really want to do this and be successful is in 2 years, I'd like to take what I make doing hair, or at least half of it, and be able to travel with my husband while still helping support the family. So.
I love that. I love that. Yay. Who's next?
I can go.
Yeah.
I wrote down, I'm not awkwardly staring off into space, because I enjoy finding people like me that just need their fires lit. I wrote, I would love to one day stay home with babies. And because I am my happiest and healthiest that I've ever been, I just want to share that. And then when you were like, dig deeper, I think the big thing for me is my husband's brother played D1 basketball, and they traveled and supported Andrew through his entire basketball career. And I think my biggest fear is my current job won't allow that, because it's a demanding job. So I would love to be able to just know that I can devote that time 100% to my kids and not have to worry about anything else. So yeah, definitely what Becca said. It's kind of emotional when you write it down.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to like make you all emotional, but it's those emotional whys that cause us to be so driven about what we get to do. You know, if we're just like, oh, I love helping people. Yeah, then when it's 8:00 at night and we just want to sit on the couch and watch Netflix, we don't care about people that much. But when it dives deep, you know it's true. We all know it's true. I don't. But when we dive deep and we realize that like, oh no, me turning on Netflix means that there may not be a chance I'm home in a couple months. That causes us to get off our butts. So I hear you. It does. It's super emotional. Anybody else want to share? Thank you for those of you sharing in the chat. Amber, Ashton, yeah. Anybody
I'll
else?
share.
Yeah, go for it.
So this is kind of funny because I was actually just talking about this with my husband the other night of like why I care so much. So I said, I coach because I literally want the best life that we can have our side of heaven. With what we can control, I want my family, my friends, my loved ones to have the best chance at the best life God has given us. I believe that through coaching, banding together with others to encourage positive and healthy habits, we will be our best selves through the good and the bad. I want my family and friends to have the longest, most longest, most God-breathed life on this earth possible, because that is what God wants for us too.
I love that. Yeah. It's like your heartbeat right there on a piece of paper, and it should drive you and excite you for what you get to do. I love it. I love hearing it. Anybody else want to share? Well, thank you guys also for sharing in the chat. Like, we're all the same. Don't you feel that when like you read the chat and you hear someone express like how they're feeling? Like, we all love people. And at the same time, we love people, we want to help people, and we also like love our family. Like, and so when we get to intertwine these two things together, it's like the perfect opportunity, right? And if we feel so connected to it all right now, just imagine all the people out there who could feel this too. One of the things I wrote down is I said, because I love making a difference and I love playing a role. Like, I like playing a role in people's lives. Like, I want to do something that matters, And there are a lot of things that matter, but like, I want you tonight to feel so inspired by what's deep down in. Unpeeling a banana. There you go. Here. That I want those deep things. Oh, let me see who's hopped in. I want those deep reasons to be the reason that you get excited every day to work. Does that sound good? Yes? Okay, so here's what I want us to talk about. Now that we know, and Melanie, I'll answer your question in the chat in 1 second. Now that we know why we're doing this, like that deep, deep level of why, and now that we're just reminded of like how amazing what we get to do is, what I would love to hear is, what are some ways that we as coaches right now in this specific season can stand out? How can we stand out from all the gyms that are going live with their workouts? How can we stand out? And I have some ideas, but I would love to also hear some of yours. And then before we hop up, I'm going to share an action plan that I have for anyone that would like to join me with some specific dates and some things that I'm going to do in the next couple weeks. So feel free to unmute yourself. Thank you for sharing, Alicia, in here. But feel free to unmute yourself and share just some ways that, like, how can we look different in this time? While I'm waiting on that, hey, Melanie, I don't, shoot me a message later because I don't have any specific promo codes right now, but bar and 10 rounds is both $20 off, but it's $20 off without needing any promo codes. So yeah, hopefully that helps, and shoot me a message or keep asking in the chat if you have more questions about that. All right, what are some ways we can look different? I know my Instagram feed was full of people talking about their workouts today. Some were from the gym, some were just outside. So we're seeing a lot of workouts. Anybody can work out. You see where I'm going here? Anybody can work out. So tell me something different about us.
We have accountability and we care if you show up.
Yep.
Love it.
We
So
can be
have you talked
personal
about that
than a
this
gym
week?
can.
Oh, go ahead.
We can be more personal than a gym can.
Yes, yes, exactly. What else?
Nutrition.
Yes.
Anybody can work out. Anybody can do a home workout or follow an Instagram account that, shows a workout really quick, but people don't know how to eat, period.
And people, I heard today on that call that I was on that right now alcohol sales and junk food sales are at an all-time high.
Oh, I'm
And
sure.
they are in our life. It is hard. All I wanted was like Oreos and pizza and corn dogs, because that's what we happen to have in our house.
Don't mind me. I have wine.
It's over here and I'm staring at it. I'm drinking water right now. Okay.
I bought 7 boxes of Pop-Tarts. So
Right.
just
Okay.
acknowledge that.
Right? We get in snow day mode where it's like fun, vacay. We're going to be stuck inside for 24 hours. Let's have a pig out party. But this is lasting more than one day. And if we're feeling it, oh my gosh, we're not alone, right? Oh my gosh.
I
And
didn't
that's
even
what-
let myself go get wine. I was like, no, that bottle's gonna be gone in one day. Like, I maybe that's something I should like do or talk about. I don't allow foods in my house that I don't have like control over.
Yeah.
And like that's a big thing for me. Like Oreos, I can't have them in the house. I'll eat the whole package.
Girl Scout cookies.
So I don't buy them. But yeah,
Okay,
nutrition's a
okay.
big thing. Very few people talk about it. And then like the thing Kelly posted the other day was huge. Like helping people have like specifically guided nutrition. Because that's what I hear all the time from like my challengers or even from people that I'm talking to is I don't know what to eat. Technically they know what to eat. They just don't want to eat what they know they should eat, but they don't know how to get creative with it. So there's that.
Exactly. Like if you're a containers girl, like I'm realizing I need to be showing my containers like crazy this week in stories and, you know, just everything. If you're 2B mindset, show what you're learning. You know, it's almost like pretend like we're learning the nutrition plan for the first time again and talking about it because it's our way to teach people through how we learn, if that makes sense. So yeah.
Well, and I think that's what makes us different too. I mean, this is really not a solid answer, but guys, each of you has a story as to why you're even here on this call tonight. You have a story as to why you became a coach, why you are doing the current program that you are doing. And so our ability to relate that to why we're showing up is what makes us different, because like you've seen it, I've seen it. People show up and they're doing workouts in their living room and they have no idea what they're doing, but they're just moving their body because that's what everybody on Instagram is doing right now. But your difference is, and it's awesome that Whit had us write it down, you know, do that also for why you're exercising. You know, what are the 5 reasons that you're moving your body today? Those reasons are what make us different. Our stories are what make us stand out.
Exactly. Seriously. It's like so good just to talk it out though. You know, sometimes we get locked in our normal, and especially like if your routine's different, I'm not overthinking anything. I'm like, throw it up there, throw it up there. You know, so this will hopefully get it really fresh in your brain. Write stuff down right now while you have a minute to do that. And then the other thing I would say is this is a business, you know, and we talked about why we coach, but like this is a business. So talking out, writing down the reasons you coach, but also writing down maybe not your why. You don't have to share your deep emotional side of it, but writing down some of the things that light you up about coaching. And if you have an income post, this is not to like put it in people's faces, but again, we're like communicating how this is changing our lives and changing our team's lives. I think it's so much easier to share someone else's income post. So seriously, go to my Instagram, find my last income post and share it to your stories. I don't care. Yeah, Becca has them, Kelly has them, Katie has them. Like, it's worth doing. Share how the team is growing. It was amazing this morning. My husband looked over at me. We've been in our office together. We have side-by-side desks. We looked at each other and he was like, Whit, your paycheck today is amazing. And I was like, I know, like in this season where it's stressful and you don't know what's happening next, like he was just like, that's a gift. Thank you. And it felt so good to hear that, you know, even from your husband, you know, because like we work our butts off to kind of prove to them, gotta be honest. So it feels good. And like, I feel like that's what we get to do right now. You know, we get to like rise up and be like, look what we got. Let's do this. Anything else besides like we got nutrition? Cassie, I love that. Yep. Sorry, extra taxes because we made money. Yes. Any other things that you're like, okay, this is how we can look different right now?
We have a plan, like a solid plan every single day. I think people's decision fatigue is already starting to set in. Like you said, Whitney, like people just don't have time. Like people actually need simple, even though they're home, because everybody's home. So yeah, decision fatigue is setting in big time, even for those that are on day like 3. So we've got it all. We've got calendars, we've got moves, we've got professional trainers guiding us every single second. So no time is wasted.
That's so true. Show the workout calendars. I know for me, when it's crazy, and I'm reading Atomic Habits right now, so good. And he reminds us that systems actually bring freedom, which is the total opposite of my normal life. So it's been really good for me to be reminded of. But that's it, like showing that, hey, when you go down, you press play on exactly what this tells you to, and that's 30 minutes of brainless activity that you don't have to make a decision. Like that's huge. That's really smart.
And how many, this is kind of a different train of thought, but on the coaching realm, how many times in your profession outside of the home do you have meetings like this where you're figuring it out together? Like how many times have you actually sat down with your boss or your CEO, you know, or maybe even just your coworkers? Like I used to work in a call center, right? Like we never had meetings like this where we were trying to be better, to spread more light and do it together. Like that never happens. Usually you're alone in whatever it is you're doing, and your boss gives you some assignment and you have to figure it out all by yourself. But look at this screen. Like this to me is huge. You know, I haven't seen anyone in 4 days, and on this screen here we have like over 20, I don't know, 4, 8, 12, 16, never mind, 17 people. But like it's huge, you know, in a time where no one can talk to anyone and no one can meet up. Like here we are, not business as usual, but growing and learning together in a community setting like that. That sets us apart right now. I had someone, they're a challenger of mine, and they said that to me today, and I had never thought about it before, where like we've figured it out in a sense on how to be socially distant but still social, and that's huge.
It is. It really is. And we've been joking, like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Enneagram, but I'm the most extroverted Enneagram 7 on the face of the earth. Every meme about extroverts is like me, 100%. And so it is like whether you're extroverted or introverted, even if you're introverted, someone was sharing on the news today that, or no, it was a pastor, Craig Rochelle was sharing, like, when you're locked in, no matter if you're extroverted or introverted, you start to feel depression feelings, you guys. And what we offer helps people with those symptoms, you know, like if that doesn't get us to run to our phones and start shouting it out, like, I don't know what does. Like we get to do this. You know, I'm not upgrading if anybody just got all that 10 minutes. Nope. Free. And so, yeah, I love that. It is like the community. It's like, we know it. So let's just continue it on. I think that's so smart. I don't care. This thing's expensive if you have to buy it. 40 minutes is fine. We'll restart it if we need to keep talking. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Okay. What I want to share with you really quick is just my game plan that I want to open up to the whole team, because like we said, in this crazy season, sometimes we just kind of, I know sometimes I just kind of like to be told what to do. And so some of you, maybe you're like, oh, me and my team, we already have a plan. But if not, this is what I'm going to offer to our whole team, and I'll kind of help spearhead it, and then we can run it together for all of you leaders that are on this call. So what I was thinking, you may already be doing something. So again, you can pop into any little thing of this. But next Monday through Friday, I'm going to run a 5-day free group using the different sample workouts. I've been dropping those sample workouts to people all the time, but I'm going to invite people to come together and do 5 days of these sample workouts. But I'm going to start us on Monday with 10 rounds and be really loud about that. I'm going to try to get 10 rounds in people's faces a whole lot over these next couple days. Yeah, I do want to hear what you're doing, Alicia. Get people, like everyone doing 10 rounds all on the same day so that they can share about it, hype it up. I can hear how they like it. It's been really fun. I got tagged in a couple of things today of my people doing 10 rounds with their kids, and their boys were like punching in the room. So I really feel like it could be really fun. Okay, I'm good. Thank you. She just came over and spoke gibberish. I don't know if you could hear that, and pointed at you guys like she was the boss. So next Monday through Friday, I'm going to do a free group. Anyone can pop in. We'll just have a lot of encouragement, fun things. Then on Thursday, I'm going to run a sneak peek. And I'm going to do it on Facebook, but then I'm also going to shoot it over into my stories on Instagram. So if you have your own Instagram page for that kind of stuff, I will message you the content that you can put in stories, or we can tag each other. That's my favorite part. Oh, good. So that's going to happen next Thursday. I'm sorry, I don't have my calendar here. The 26th. 26th Thursday, a sneak peek into coaching. So I think we have an opportunity to roll our free group people into that. I think we have an opportunity to invite to it our current challengers, and then the people who we've been talking to that maybe this is exactly what they need. Just like a one day, pop some things in a group here and there. And then, so that's kind of like my schedule. Then just so you guys know my schedule, I then plan to start my like challenge group that I'm going to talk about. I have an ongoing challenge group. I just pick dates once a month that are like my start date. I'm going to start it that following Monday. Hold on. I don't have my big calendar. The 30th. So like free group all next week, it's going to roll right into a Monday start date. Because for me, my free group, not the only reason, I love giving people free chances to try things. But the idea is I want them to roll into my fit group or into coaching. So it gives them a Thursday sneak peek opportunity, and it gives me Monday the 30th. All our friends are here. See, Kelly. Okay, I'll finish talking though. We're good. Thank you. You can talk to them in a minute. It's so cute though, right? And she's in my t-shirt. She said, I have to wear mommy's jammies. Whatever. Walk the room. I know. It's because she was yelling. Whatever. Okay. 10 rounds starts April 6th for customers. I'm actually launching my 10 rounds group on April 13th so that whole week I can give people an opportunity to buy it, get it in the mail. We will officially start my 10 rounds group on the 13th. So those are all my dates, because I think sometimes just like hearing someone else's game plan gets your wheels turning. So you are welcome to join me for any of that, or I want you to have a plan. That's probably the biggest thing I want you to hear when I tell you my plan is I'd love for you to join me, especially next week. I think the more the merrier. But beyond that, like have your plan of when your next fit group's going to start, because we have to be inviting to something, and then have a plan for if you're doing 10 rounds or if you're doing a start date for that or pulling people in normally. Does that make sense? Yes? Okay, Alicia, I would love to hear what you're doing. We still have 5 minutes. You're awesome.
So I had a bad experience with the 2-week free trial. So what I started doing once I saw the list of workouts for 14 days, I incorporated that into a 2-week free trial with just the workouts. So I started a free group in the Challenge Tracker app, and I hashtagged it Let's Crush. And I started talking about a free virtual gym on my Instagram story, because people already know about Relentlessly Us, which is our Beachbody virtual gym, but transitioning a different gym that's free. And I got so much feedback from it. Like, I think I have over 15 people in that group, and that the group is like sharing nonstop stuff. So what I do is I just started it today. So day one, I put in the coach post, okay, here's the deal. I expect everybody to drop a sweaty selfie. This is going to be your workout. It's 10 rounds. It's going to be 40 minutes of lifting, HIIT, boxing, finishing with abs. If you don't have weights, cool. Use water bottles, cans, whatever it is that you need. Tomorrow's going to be a different workout. And then on top of that, I added in like whatever, if they didn't feel like doing that, they could do a different workout. And I just put something else together, whether it was like air squats, push-ups, jumping jacks, and I just put like a little thing together for other people. In that group, I'm also sharing Fixate recipes. So I'll drop like screenshots of that, and I'll just say, with this group, you don't get the recipe channel, but here's what I'm going to share with you. And then I share the recipes. With this group, you're not going to get the supplements, but let me show you what Energize does and what Shakeology does. And I just literally give them all the information that I'm giving in Relentlessly Us and transitioning that into the free group. I had a girl say, oh my gosh, where can I get booty bands from? And I messaged her and said, Beachbody has a 3-pack for, $14 for a regular membership. She was like, sign me up. So I sent her a share card for the Beachbody bands. So all the emails that I'm getting from these, oh no, my phone.
Oh no, we totally lost her, huh? We did. Well, maybe she'll hop back in. That sucks. But I think we got a really good idea. Yeah, I think we got the groove. I'm just reading in the chat really quick. Yeah, just a regular email, get them in. They don't need a Beachbody account. They can create, they can just create a free, like you can go to Beachbody On Demand and create an account without signing up for anything. So I think if anything, that's what they'd have to do. We can ask her though. We can shoot her a message and I'll get
I
it
thought
out to
that
the
didn't
team.
used to get people in. I thought they had to have a maybe they changed it though.
Yeah, maybe.
I thought that's what it was.
Because sometimes I'll have like a spouse that I'll have her sign up with her email and it works. So
Okay,
cool. Try it. I love what she's doing. And that's like exactly what I have in mind for next week, but just doing 5 days instead of 2 weeks. So I don't know if you guys just want to like raise your hands if you already know, or just shoot me a message afterwards. If anybody wants to kind of run that with me next week.
Did anyone get a picture? Because I don't have my phone.
Oh, yeah, let's do it because it says a minute. I'm going to do a picture and then a boom deal. So first is a picture. Oh my gosh, all these chats, I got to move them. Okay. It's on a selfie. Gah! Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now let me do a boom of us. Okay, so everybody move. 1, 2, 3. I like how you shoved the milk in. That's amazing. So perfect. I love it. So fun. I knew something was coming.
And
I just had to be the boobs.
Same concept as Alicia's public Facebook free group. If you want to hop in, get info, whatever, you can hop into mine.
Perfect. Yeah. Take advantage of what's being out there. Like work with each other. Like that's the best part. It's like we're all kind of doing the same thing. So learn from one another, get it out there. You don't have to be quiet, Kelly. So don't even act like you need to be quiet. I'm here if you need me. I will send out the recording in a couple minutes when it loads to my computer. And yeah, go rock your week. Let's go finish March really strong. Sound good? Bye. Bye guys. See ya.